Ahoy there, mateys. Welcome to the game 3 demo. I'm just going to assume that we're all on the same page when it comes to Reflect Studios horror games. If you know nothing about the Welcome to the Game games, get out while you still can. This dev, Reflect Studios, has probably like 4 or 5 games now that are in this vein of cyber horror games that revolve around a computer. But they're also very in-depth simulator games. They're home invasion games. Stalling, basically. Regardless of how fucking scared I am of these games, I do think they're really, really cool. I consider me a huge fan. And especially cool of the developer, Adam, to give me the code to this demo a couple days early. Thank you, Adam. Speaking of, I think that there are tentative plans that after I play this, I may actually get to hop on a call with Adam and talk to him about it. And if that happens, I'll include it at the end of this video. If you played Dead Signal, you know who this guy is. Or if you watched my Dead Signal playthrough, so that's already cool. I wasn't expecting to see our boy Ronald back so soon. What a stupid fucking name. Anyways, you catch me highly compromised. You catch me vulnerable. I don't know what I'm getting into. In fact, you know, I do know a little bit about what Welcome to the Game 3 is supposed to be about. And I won't say it yet, because I want to see how much the game introduces for itself. And then once we get through whatever the introduction is, I'll go ahead and say what I know. Maybe. Whatever, I've stalled long enough. Let's do it. You are a rogue hacker. Bored with life, sick of your family, and ready to start anew. A significant change from your dull 9-to-5 existence is necessary to escape this reality. Through browsing the Darknet, some kind of game has crossed your path. This could very well be your way to change course, and as such, you've entered. Tonight, you prove yourself. I want VSync on. That usually helps my performance a little bit better in these games. Ooh. Ooh, that pause music. Feels very Dead Signal. And I was a huge fan of Dead Signal. Dead Signal 2.0 at least, because I know that 1.0 is basically a different game. Alright, let's get acclimated for a minute. We're in a basement for this one. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Amelia before her murder. Leaked video. So these are, so that confirms the ending that I did for Welcome to the Game 2 is not the canon one. Which, of course, Dead Signal confirmed that too. Intercept cable? Oh shit, there's so much here for me to pour over. The inspect animation is like kind of snappy. That's a little too fast. I want to soften that. Should I begin with the computer? Well, let me just check. I can't go into the rest of the house, can I? Oh. Alright. I mean, the first thing that I should say is that, this demo, it's more of like a bottle episode. This is not actually the game environment. To my understanding, Welcome to the Game 3, the full release, is gonna have nothing to do with this house that we're in right now. The full game will actually take place in a motel, and Adam has posted lots and lots of environmental videos of what the motel looks like. I don't know why it's a motel. Maybe we'll figure some of that out the more I play this game. But this is, this, like I said, this is a bottle episode. Like, if you know the puppet combo game, Stay Out of the House, which I've actually never played, but I've always really admired that game, just for aesthetic reasons. That game begins with a smaller game called Night Shift, where you just play as a convenience store clerk for an hour or less. That's kind of what this is. This is the Night Shift of Welcome to the Game 3. Hacker Playbook 3. Alright, I'll read some of these more. Adam. Only picture I could find. Some sort of boss of the network. Leader? Adam? A woman's body found in gruesome state. Oh no. No, okay, this is okay, I'm actually interested in this. This is like epilogue material for the second game then. New York, body of a 22-year-old woman was discovered Thursday evening in an abandoned warehouse in the city's old factory district near Broadway and 117th Street. Police have identified the victim as Amelia Lewis, a resident of Westchester County. According to law enforcement officials, the body was found in a horrific condition, suggesting she had been subjected to brutal torture before her death. Investigators described the scene as one of the most disturbing in recent memory. "It's the worst I've seen in 20 years on the force," said Detective Marcus Brown of the New York Police Department, speaking to reporters at a press briefing Friday morning. Sources close to the investigation, who spoke on condition of anonymity, told Metro Post News that the manner of the killing bears similarities to operations linked to an elusive criminal network with deep roots in the Darknet. This shadowy empire has been implicated in a string of violent crimes, as previously reported by Metro Post News, yet its members continue to evade capture, often staying 2 steps ahead of authorities. The NYPD's homicide unit is leading the probe, with forensic teams combing the site for evidence. No suspects have been named at this time, and the police are urging anyone with information to come forward. An autopsy is scheduled for later this week to determine the exact cause of death. And what does the Post-it note say? 4 a.m., 6 a.m.? Trying to figure out when the game ends, I guess. Multi-billion-dollar industry. Oh god, this... It's called The Game. This is how I'll get rich. Okay, you know what? I will read this one too. I know probably everyone wants me to get on the computer. I want me to get on the computer, but there's some important exposition stuff here in this document. This will tell you a little more about what Game 3 is going to be about. A multi-billion-dollar industry you've never heard of, the Darknet. While largely unknown to the general public, a multi-billion-dollar industry operates within the shadowy confines of the Darknet, the internet's underground black market. That's one way of saying it, I guess. This hidden network facilitates a wide array of criminal enterprises, including the sale of illegal firearms and drugs, as well as more extreme services, like interactive torture sessions and even contract killings. The Darknet offers it all, operating beyond the reach of conventional oversight. Over the past decade, this illicit system has experienced explosive growth, leaving the international law enforcement agencies deeply concerned about its expansion and resilience. Quote, "It's almost impossible to put an end to this," said Interpol agent something Hecht in a recent briefing, highlighting the challenges posed by the Darknet's anonymous infrastructure. Experts warn that the Darknet's decentralized nature, powered by encrypted browsers and cryptocurrencies, allows criminal networks to flourish unchecked. Interpol and other agencies continue to collaborate on operations to disrupt these activities, but the sheer scale and adaptability of the market presents ongoing hurdles. Okay, so that actually wasn't what I thought it was going to be. Oh, this is interesting. DOS coin conversion rate. I never knew this. 1 DOS coin is just $2.37 in 2024 money. That's funny. I am scared that like we may already be on a running clock. This would not be a reflect game of any kind without an antagonist or 6 coming after you. I'm just gonna sit down. I'm gonna do the computer. I know I left some documents unread, but I know what's up. Man, he's got like a desk mat and everything. Okay, so what I understand is that while this environment I said, like this house is not going to be in the full game, this computer stuff, this is going to be the full game. So we are now getting a peek at what the gameplay consists of. If you're running this software, then you are about to partake in a trial of, quote, the game. We wish you luck in this venture. This program will break down some of the basics you need to know in order to win the game. A majority of the game takes place inside the ANN browser, a special browser that will connect you to the Darknet. This application will be used to browse secret Darknet websites. The Darknet is not like the ClearNet, where you can simply search for websites. Access is gained through a Darknet wiki page, which will have links to other secret Darknet websites. Oh shit, they changed the deep wiki. It's important to note that Darknet sites may not always be active, so if a site is not working, be sure to try it again in a few minutes. Yay, we kept that. Certain sites are more secretive, reserving their active times to select periods within the hour only. Once you have obtained a Darknet wiki link, you will need to search for hidden hashes to complete your goal in the game. Sadly, they are not easy to find. They are spread out across multiple sites and are hidden in several ways. And you can copy and paste them. They look the same. Actually, they're less digits. They're 8 digits instead of 12. It was 12 in Game 2. The first way they can be hidden is in plain sight. Be sure to keep your eyes peeled when looking over a page. The next way is a bit more sneaky. Some are hidden inside an element of a page and are only revealed through a click. I recognize this one. They could be within a word, within an image, or somewhere in the empty space near an element. Once triggered, the hidden key will either be revealed somewhere on the page, or a text file will spawn on the desktop. Check both before continuing. The final way they can be hidden is inside the web page's source code. Oh god, it really is. We're really bringing back the whole thing. So be sure to view each page's source code carefully. Throughout your run of the game, you will need to communicate with other agents and the game master. Okay, this is starting to feel like calling game now. This is done through the Crypt Chat application. There you will send messages, files, and DOSCoin. You can send a file to an agent who requests one by simply dragging and dropping the file into the Crypt Chat program. Make sure their chat is active when doing so. The SecCam application is used to monitor the cameras installed on your property. You never know when this might come in handy. Darkdrop is a storefront that enables you to purchase hacking, defense-related upgrades. Shadowfetch application is the latest. Okay, this is new. It allows you to securely download files from the Darknet. Downloads require you to supply a fetch URL. The program then analyzes... Am I recording? Sorry, I do that every time. I always get anxious that I forget to hit record. The program then analyzes the supplied URL and provides its name and cost to download. A fetch URL always begins with file and finishes with fetch. What? These can be sent to you via Crypt Chat or can be... It's like WinRAR? Can be found via the Darknet, hidden in the same way that the hashes are. Wait, so there are hidden links to this stuff. I wonder what they're good for. Our scan has detected that you have a crypto miner light installed on your property. This is a great way to generate passive DOSCoin, but do remember that they tend to go down from time to time. In case you've forgotten, the icon in the bottom right will show a red circle when it requires a manual restart. Okay, so... third iteration of the VPN, I guess. I mean, it's not a VPN anymore, because that's never what VPNs were supposed to do. This is actually a crypto miner. And this concludes the tutorial of the demo. There could be more in the full game. She doesn't... Wait. Oh, hey, that's Ronald. That's the guy from the menu. Spoilers for Dead Signal. Hello and welcome to the game. My name is Ronald, and I am the game master for tonight's trial run. I am messaging you because you seek interest in becoming a player for our main game. So wait, this is actually a tutorial. Hang on. The game is doing its thing much faster than I can read. So this actually is a trial run for the real game. Here, I'll go ahead and pause just because I think we're on a time limit since that buzzer began. Here's the scoop. Welcome to the game 1, I really don't know it that well. Welcome to the game 2, of course, has a similar setup. The gameplay is the same, more or less, but it's like a really sadistic and crazy approach to it. This time around, and this is gonna sound ridiculous when I say it, the story of Welcome to the Game 3 is that you have to find the codes and the keys, but you sign up for it. You volunteer. And this is very interesting, this is very different. Because, and I hate to say this term because I don't even know if this is accurate at all, because I've never even watched the show. I almost get the read that Welcome to the Game 3 is more of a Squid Game approach. You are signing up for this horrific life or death underground game with immense prizes if you succeed. And you're competing against other people this time, and I think that's what this guy's gonna get to. Sorry, I should be letting the game do the exposition, but that's what I know about it from Adam's posted. Did you say your name is Ronald? LMAO. I am messaging you because you seek interest in becoming a player for our main game. Okay, hold up. Slow down, Ronald. Listen here, you fucking bitch. If you even want a shot at being a player in the main game, then you'd be wise to shut the hell up and listen to what I have to say. My bad, then. So my name is Bitstriker. This is a new character. That's what I thought. Now listen up. Oh, Adam, what do you have against people named Ronald? In order to be a player in the main game, you have to complete tonight's trial run, and it won't be a walk in the park. Here is the link to your wiki page. Okay? You must browse the sites on this wiki and find 2 hidden hashes. So there's just 2 keys. But things are different than what you might have heard before. Instead of just finding the hashes and giving them to me directly, you have to decrypt them into a key fragment. So the codes are encrypted? To decrypt the hashes into keys, you will have a special agent do this for you. And they're not cheap. Normally you have to find these agents yourself, but tonight I went ahead and picked out an agent to reach out to you directly. You should be hearing from them soon. Once you have found both hashes and decrypted them into the key fragments, you must combine them together by the association of their index. Send me the compiled key and you win. Couple more notes. I see that you are low on DOS coin, which won't be enough to cover the cost of the agent's fees. So I took the liberty to reach out to some Darknet users to reach out to you directly. Uh-oh. They're gonna need some paid tasks done. This should help cover the cost of the key decrypting services. As I said before, this won't be a walk in the park. I have hackers right now getting ready to hack your system. We are also going to try and kill you, but you should have already known this before you started your interest in this game. That's funny how forward they are about it. There should be some documents on your desktop on how to deal with those situations. Once you get that compiled key, send it over. You have till midnight tonight. Good luck. 8:10 p.m. Okay, we're passively mining DOS coin. Okay, so wow. Okay, we've had an overhaul. Oh my god, it's surreal to be playing the third one. 2 villains, Kidnapper and Patrick. That's the male noir. Oh god, I'm gonna get jump scared like any moment because I'm reading so slow. To trial run contestant, the subject the Kidnapper. This trained trafficker doesn't know exactly where you're playing from, only a general estimation. He will be driving around the nearby area to hopefully expose your exact location details. We've set up hidden sensors to detect any strong light coming from within your basement. When triggered, they'll eventually share precisely where he can find you. That is, if he remains parked in close proximity. Be it that you cannot leave, you can only then disguise your position. Do so by turning off the lights in your basement. Staying watchful for his vehicle is necessary. So you're supposed to get up and... Okay, where are the light switches in here? Okay, there's more text coming in, probably from the associates I was told about. Is it just the one light up top? I could probably do without that one. There's a flashlight somewhere, isn't there? These games always have a damn flashlight that is hidden somewhere that's a pain in the ass to find, as of Dead Signal. Maybe I can just kill the breaker here? But that might shut off my computer. No crouching. No hiding. So I think that... Am I getting hacked? Alright. How's it gonna work this time? Stack pusher. Is this the same as it was? Yes, it is! Okay, I can do this. Nice! Tiny bit of money. No backdoor hacks required. That was a weird animation. That didn't look very hackery. Okay, we're gonna get jump scared. I'm resigning myself to that fate. I'm just looking at this for the exposition now. Trial run contestant Patrick. He watches you, but you shall not face. But you shall not face he who watches. That's needlessly cryptic. During this trial, he may stand silently behind you, monitoring your progress. The only indication of his presence is the shadow he leaves. Shit, real. That's my speaker shadow, right? Yeah, it must be. That's new, so fucking... You have to pop out and just watch for a shadow behind you. The shadow gameplay was good in Dead Signal. I'm glad that we're bringing that back. Because this is probably not going to be the only way that you use shadows in this game. With the shadow present, you cannot get up or turn around, but you must pause to recognize that you're being watched. Only then can you receive the signal to continue. Lastly, be mindful of how long you remain in the dark. Darkness offers opportunity that would otherwise be disallowed. Okay, so these are both returning villains. The Kidnapper is from from Scrutinized and Welcome to the Game 1. And Patrick is from Welcome to the Game 2 and Dead Signal. I guess this is the first time that the Kidnapper and the Noir have been in the same game. Dobry wieczór, господин Kidnapper. Maybe it was supposed to be quiet, but that was an uncharacteristically quiet jump scare noise for Adam's games. That didn't scare me at all. Was it me, or did it sound like the jump scare noise corrupted? It sounded like broken audio when he got me. A little slow. I could tell it was coming because there was a there was like an animation of me turning around on my own, so consider that jump scare defused, in my opinion. That one didn't really get me. But how was I supposed to... You have to actually... Oh, wait, I'm stupid. There's cameras. Yeah, that's how I'm supposed to watch for it. That's totally what happened. I like that. So this is the neighborhood. Yeah, this dude lives in not a great part of town. It's only 2 cams. Good, that's all I need. Shadow fetch. Enter the... Okay, I still don't understand how fetches work. Hopefully I can find a fetch link. Welcome to the ANN browser. Hold up, this is... I like their homepage now. This looks pretty realistic. Ad-free experience. Community-funded project that provides you clean browsing experience. Contribute to the project at our webpage. Well, can I actually donate to ANN? There's no sprint. I've just noticed that. Dead Signal had sprint. Maybe the full game of Game 3 will have sprint. Maybe not. Okay. Where was I? Notes. I'll try to actually use my notes effectively, which I was not good at doing before. I'm noticing some, like, frame drops when I pick this up and run it around. This could just be my computer being shit. I don't know. This is weird. I've never been a beta tester before. Like, these are things that would be weird in a full release, but, like, these things are gonna happen, and I guess I'm supposed to point them out. Anyways, here's the link. Oh, that's cool. Wait, of course, that was the thing in Welcome to Game 2 also. There are sound effects for whenever I press a key. Okay, so there's only a handful of sites, and there's 2 keys hidden on them. Codex of Silence. Bound in dust and sealed in silence. They spoke in ash and carved in bone. The truths were drowned beneath the stone. No light remains where silence fed. Only the names the earth calls dead. Fullest disclosure, like, I know this is a little bit square of me, but there are things in this game that I probably will censor, just because I'm not comfortable with them being in the same video that my face is in. That's how Welcome to the Game 2 was. There was plenty that I censored from my big video on that. And I bet that there's going to be things in this game that will necessitate me to do the same. Swook. Got Ronad's message. Oh, okay. Hang on. Camera. I don't know how frequently I need to be checking, but can't hurt. Okay, so, what was it? Bathroom cams was the first link that I tried. These are all going to be just fucked up websites. You guys know this. I'm assuming that everyone is breached. We all know the drill. Black Hat Post. This one sounds benign. Okay, we got a site. Okay. No Noir Shadow. What the fuck? Wait, oh shit, I didn't read the tutorial for this at all. Oh, wait, it's literally just like a dance game. It's telling me what to press. Okay, that's... Yeah, that was just the dance mat pet game from Wizard 101. Julian would have torn that shit up if he was here right now. Okay. Not bad. I might want to go lights out for a little bit. No. We will turn this light out. Because the noir is easier to check for than the cameras, I feel. Okay, Black Hat post. The rules here are simple. You make a post requesting the service you need and pay a small fee. We will take care of the rest. There's a catch. Everything you post is shared publicly on the homepage. Again? Okay. Cutie Pie energy drink, save me. Okay, I'm gonna get it right this time. My horrible reflexes are on this. Dude, if that's the speed they are in the game, I'm fucked. I'm actually... One punch knockout? Hey, kill, one punch kill, shit. Alright, well here's my first little piece of demo feedback. I feel like, unless you're supposed to pop out and check for the shadow mid-hack, some of the killer times are a little too fast. Oh, you know, that was probably because I turned the light off. It would have invited him to spawn more frequently. And I still didn't get to see what Swook's message was. Okay, go faster. Shut up and give me the link. I don't think this guy, Bitstriker, I don't think he's going to be the player character in the full game. In fact, I believe the full title for Game 3 is Welcome to the Game 3 Simon's Debt. Yeah, did we ever learn this character's name? I don't know. But I don't think we're playing as Simon. Just a hunch. Here's a question. Are we looking at random sites for the tutorial? Oh, we are. Okay, so it's more than 8 sites in the demo. Yeah, not all these were here last time. Alright, I'm gonna stop being, like, super analytical. I'm not gonna read everything on the sites. Oh, great! Is Evil's back. You're getting censored again. Hate that site. Stack pusher. Alright, I could do this all day. See, that's an appropriately timed one. I feel like there's not enough time for people with me who suffer from trash brain when it comes to the other ones. What the fuck? Okay. First, okay, let's begin with a visual scan. Here, I'll full screen it too. Just actually no, because then my eyes have to go back left to right more often. Or wider. Is there anything that looks like a key in plain sight? Actually check the cams, because I'm paranoid. Actually... No evidence of the kidnapper. No noir shadow. Okay, alright. I don't know what's going on here. These are people soliciting hacker requests. I want you to call in a bomb threat at my school on April Fool's Day. Sometime after 3rd or 4th would be good. I want the scheduling information on this horse. He's going to be transporting the horse from one truck to the next. I need the plate number and vehicle make. How fucking peculiar. No shadow. I am going to be fidgety when it comes to these cameras because I don't yet know what the spawn times are like in this. Need to know where this guy lives as soon as possible. I want to know the exact latitude and longitude of this location. Some of these must be Gen AI, I'm thinking. You know, it's not great, but I feel like it's hard for indie devs to make games right now without doing Gen AI. It saves them so much money. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I'll ask him. I'll just ask him when I'm done with this. Okay. Okay, hold up. Carrie texted me. Who the fuck is... Ronald told me what's up. I'm prepared to decrypt. Simply post the full key in this chat, index and hash, and I'll begin the decryption process. Okay, so I find a key and I give it to her. Here's my source code for the site. You know, I think that these are made using actual HTML. So many commenters told me, at least. The trouble is that I don't know anything about how HTML works, so if there's any, like, advantages that would give me in gameplay, I don't know what they are. Okay, I don't think I see anything on here. Go back to... No, oh shit, I hit the homepage. Do I still have my clipboard? I think. What sounds not horrible. Lab Monkey, marketplace for pharmaceutical drugs still in testing. It's not open. Come on, I want to successfully repel a tape. Propel a kill. Lost tapes, unreleased footage that we are looking for now. Okay. .0021. The mind cannot unsee the scene. 2004, 3 hours, 10 minutes. Banned documentary film about American scientist Peter Locke, who switched loyalty to Nazis during World War II. Acquired from private collection. God. Handheld video recording made by... Child filming herself killing her parents. Are these links? Equality of a Nuclear Winter. Speculative fiction film where the Cold War resulted in a worldwide nuclear catastrophe. Graphic, glorified imagery of legitimate recorded war atrocities during Vietnam. How to use hypnosis and drugs to build your own cult. I'm gonna take that as the sign that there is a man in my house. I was really scared that door was gonna open. Okay, now I think I just sit and wait for some time. I didn't think there was a hiding space anywhere. I've got myself turned around. Where am I? There, light switch. I'm gonna say that's probably enough time. Can I? You can see under that door a little bit. Ugh. That'd be really freaky meta gameplay if you have to peek under the door to see if there's someone out there. I think I got another text message while I was away. He's behind me. Okay. That's... Now I know where to look. You look above the monitor for the shadow. Am I gonna see him walk away? I'm not gonna push my luck by going to look to see where he went. Oh, man. Oh, God. I don't see any obvious things. So this site's not even just like snuff films. It's just banned footage. That car wasn't there. That car was not there. Absolutely not. Dude, it's Dead Signal gameplay. I thought it was gonna be like a fucking other game. You know, like Scrutinized, where you're just looking for a dude running at the camera. No, you're looking for discrepancies in the camera feed. What do we got? Deallocator. Okay, this is the hard one. This is the hard one for people named Jamie. Fuck. I can't do it. I had all the time that the game was going to give me, and I could not pull that one off. What the fuck is that about? Does that mean an hour's passed, maybe? I'm gonna say I can turn the lights back on now. I have decided this. No, it's 8:40. I don't know what the fuck the buzzing was. Okay, is that truck still there? No, it's gone. I was right. It is Dead Signal gameplay. You're looking for discrepancies on the cams. Cool. Unfortunately, I don't make money for reporting them this time. Banned horror film in which a dentist subdues his patients using laughing gas and tortures them. Well, oh god. Elise, okay, hang on, hold up. We got a bunch of people. I am the one in need of a video called She Can't Hide.mp4. Easy money for you after I check to confirm. Okay, why are there people soliciting shit? Okay, I guess I am a hacker, aren't I? Dude, this game is gonna be multitasking central. Holy fuck. Okay. I didn't check for like clickable links, but maybe I'll just have a look in the source code. Maybe there's something. Would so is that like a bonus then? Maybe the fetch links that I'm supposed to be looking for too would be like links to whatever the fucking movies are that these people want. I don't think there was anything in there. Crimson Relay. Secure file sharing for illicit materials. Not open. Hopefully my sites can load in the background while I'm checking cams. Yeah, I think so. Red Triangle. That was a Welcome to the Game 2 site. It was, just nonsense, wasn't it? Was this the audio queue site? Also, it's changed. And the type is vertical. I don't think there's any keys in there. Okay. Who the fuck are all these people texting me? I believe you possess GameStart.mp4 and are planning to send it my way. I'm not fucking Netflix! Okay, so once you get it down, threat checks are not bad. Triangle wrapper. Alright, fine. I'm gonna do is evil and immediately lose my appetite. Oh, good! Yay! Hooray! That makes me happy! Yeah, that site had some gross shit on it in the first game. This illicit Darknet marketplace, known for trafficking illegal goods and or services, has been shut down by a joint task force of the U.S. Department of Justice, FBI, DEA, and Homeland Security. Wow, the fucking good guys showed up. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Wait, I just heard a footstep. That's... I gotta turn the lights out. Alright, give it 30 seconds. I wonder if that's actually like a gameplay thing, where a site can be shut down halfway through the game. Because that would... I mean, that'd be a soft lock if it had the key on it. Also, that page didn't look super official. Maybe that's like a fake out, and there's like a thing you have to click to carry on. It's just hit 9 p.m. is Merc Layer open yet. This is a conspiracy site. No, still down. There's only 2 keys, and I'm not. You know, hang on. I should take a minute to actually read some of the text coming my way. Are these all just people asking me for my fucking YTPs? Where are they? Oh, I can't. Oh, crypt chat. There it is. Hand over the link. You gonna send over that link to Lab Monkey or what? If you got it, I'm ready to pay. Wait, I can get that link. Wasn't... No. Go to that site again. Okay, well... Fucker! I had the link right in front of me, even if the site wasn't up. Why does this guy need me to send him the link to Lab Monkey? Is it hidden? Ah, it's the bad one. It's not happening. You make one mistake in it, and there's just not enough time to recover. It needs like a checkpoint or something where the time resets if you get like 10 in a row. I don't know. I just don't think that unless you have like actually good reflexes, I do not think there's enough time to do that one. My reflexes are not good at all, which is why the second game was genuinely fucking horrible for me to play. Here's a link. Is that what you wanted? Oh shit, really? PayPal. Okay, nice. That's suspiciously easy. Why would that site be worth that much money to her? Also, can I hang on? I can buy shit with my money. Dark drop. Get some backdoor hacks, gotta love those. And, Nope Sled. Find yourself in a hack that you don't want to deal with. Nope Sled is what you want. Simply pressing the middle mouse button, you break free from the hack. And does not consume any backdoors. That's handy. Those will be meta as fuck when I'm doing, like, serious runs of this game. Well, I'm clicking it. Do I have to wait for the animation to complete? Oh, it didn't fucking install, did it? Damn it. So I have to tough this one out. I'm going to get one of these right. I did it? Oh shit, actually. Okay. So it's just zero leniency, I guess. I never thought I was that close to getting him right. Okay, how did I end up at Black Hat posts? Also, what are the other people asking me for? Carrie is my contact. Usk wants a video. Maybe the video was on Lost Tapes, and I have to buy it and then resell it? I don't fucking know. I don't know why I'm these people's snuff plug. This is fake as shit. Tango Down was a site that I think was in the first game, but removed from the second. It was a dead site in that game. Oh my. YouTube's AI is not gonna like that. All you need to know is that we are a highly trained team of ex-military personnel. Just call us the Shadow. $25,000 per kill. Oh, there's different pages on each site. Okay. Cool. I can dig it. No, that's just a thing. All hits require a $2,000 deposit, no refund. Why would you be showing your fucking face if you were actually a hitman running in an illicit murder contract network? Empty. He's behind me. The shadow moved. The shadow's on a different side now. Okay. Now I know it can do that. Dude, this is going to actively recreate that horseshit I was putting up with in game 2. where I've got a noir over my shoulder watching my monitor get hacked right in front of me. That's going to happen. I'm gonna wait for the footsteps to stop. Okay. Wow. These sure are a lot of photos of dead people on a page that's just called the results. Hire us. If you send me the URL for Merc Layer. Okay, so that's, again, that's something that I can do very easily. But, I don't need the money that bad. You can keep your money. It's exciting to know there'll be so many... Wait! Is this a link to something? I just heard a noise. Check him. No. No. But I'll still get up and check, just be safe. Wonder if you can ever see shit outside the windows. Fucking hell. Why not? Why the fuck not? Wait, can I nope out of this? Don't I have the nope sled? Okay, I'm gonna click mouse wheel. Oh, it's stack pusher. I can eat a stack pusher real quick. Easy. I didn't have a backdoor hack, but it's whatever. That's right. I was looking at this link. I don't know where the link begins, though. Is it start it down? I don't know if it's a link. There's no HTML in there. No shadow. I should check for shadow before I check for the kidnapper. Because the shadow check is faster. I should be bookmarking the wiki page. That's a thing I should be... Oh, shit. See, this is exact... Okay, hang on. I'm interrupting myself now. Where's that first link? Okay. Can I bookmark this page? Yes. And then... Go. Okay, I have bookmarks on the side. The hole. A hole has many uses. Yeah, that tracks. Hey, we got one! Wait, no, we got a video. Why did you pitch shift the noise? I liked the old key finding noise. It was very cathartic. Please bring that noise back. Okay, what is this thing? Here it is. Oh, it's a fetch link. Okay, how do fetches work again? Enter the fetch URL to verify. She can't hide .mp4. Do you want to download? Okay, someone asked for that. I guess I'll do this just to go through the works. Maybe this page also has a key, if I'm lucky? No? Well, we know where a key isn't. Okay. Okay, file downloaded successfully. Hang on, can I... Where the fuck to download to? There it is. Can I open this? I can! Oh, shit. Are you doing a little indie filmmaking here, Reflect? Oh, fuck. Okay, hang on. What are we sending this guy? Someone's offering to pay us for this video. It's 19 seconds long. Huh. But still, that's cool that you can actually open the video files and it plays a video. Alright, who wanted that? Here you go, mate. Yeah, now that I hear it a second time, it sounds like the jump scare sound effect is corrupting. Also, I checked the cams for his truck just before I opened that video. That was surprisingly punishing turnaround. I didn't get to do shit. I wonder if this game's not gonna have the key queue on launch. Because I'm pretty sure that the key queue, which was the software you could just buy to get told if there was a key on a site, Welcome to the Game 2 did not have that on launch. And it wasn't until, like, enough people said this game is impossible that he put it in. Let's start with the ones that I know are easy and small. We'll do the hole and red triangle. Oh. So there's something else in the hole this time. That is entirely unpleasant. But the hole looks empty. Okay. There's definitely an event where you can just go to that site and there'll just be a key chilling in the hole. That'll be funny. Wait. Video. Be careful what you wish for. No noir. I should hit the yes for download. No one's even asking me for this shit yet, but fuck it, why not? Watch it just be the same video. Oh, it's the same one. She can't hide. Yeah. Oh, insufficient DOS coin balance to download. Okay. So you gotta spend money to make money. Oh, don't waste it. Hang on. I saw this in a teaser that Adam posted. Yeah, there it is again. Sometimes you pull out of the computer and you're looking down at a weird angle. Yeah, okay. I had thoughts on this site in the teaser. First, let me just look and see, because it looks like there's a link behind each of these pages. Okay, what is the haptics here? This is a thing I don't get. This site, this is a Welcome to the Game 2 site that's been slightly modified. Yeah, that's familiar. Hello, Carrie. See, like, this page looks normal. This is all well and good. This is what it always was supposed to be. Can I mute this? There we go. But I'm gonna say that noise means someone's trying to break into my house. I have decided this. Okay, what was I gonna say? Okay, so I'm just gonna put it on the screen. In Welcome to the Game 2, when you go to that site, you literally just, like, run your mouse over flat images and click them, and it's ugly, and it's shittily put together, and it works, because that's what so much of the real sites that this game is trying to emulate look like. But when you put, like, the haptics on it, so that, like, you mouse over the freaky image, and it reacts to you, that feels like it's a website that was, like, designed by Wix. Like, you paid someone to make good graphic design for your site. Basically, the website's too good. It looks professional, and it should feel sketchier. It should feel like some shit that was put on the internet in 2002 and then forgotten about. I don't know. That's just one insane man rambling about this game. I tried the one on the far right. That got me. No obvious clicks. What is that fucking image of? Oh, is that that's like a famous haunted tourism destination, isn't it? It's like a swamp full of baby dolls. I saw that shit on the Discovery Channel. Oh my god, I'm going to find a fucking key. I promise, I'm going to find one key before I cease my time playing this demo. Oh, I've got the crypto now. Oh, this dude. What is the history of this? image. I missed that laugh. So it looks like even if you don't have a backdoor hack in this game, you still make a tiny bit of money for every hack you successfully repel. That is a welcome change. Huh. That's something a little undercooked, I guess. You can begin flipping through cameras while the loading screen is on. Okay, I got the video. Has that guy texted me yet? Fucking creep. No, he's not even here yet. So I guess that this character is a hacker who's like, has clients and they pay him to go find shit. Finding videos, I believe that would be like something that you'd get paid to do, but it feels weird for the gameplay to be like, can you find me this link that's just on the wiki page that all the deep web people already know about? Whatever. Maybe there's like some links that are rare. Okay. Black Hat Post has a fuck ton of links on it. I don't think Lab Monkey or Merclair are open for a while. Take me to Order of 9. This was one of the chud sites. Welcome to the game too. Oh, it's not open. I don't think they said if there were any dead links in this one. What is this? Ukvar. Hello, follow Darknet browser and money liker. I'm ready to receive this file. Real money is waiting for you at the upload link. Okay, I don't have that one. Ronald said you might be able to help. I lost the link to Don't Waste It when my browser crashed. Toss it in the chat and you'll be fairly compensated. What the fuck do you want to go to that site for? You fucking weirdo. I'm just going to ignore him off of general principle. I don't think Crimson Relay is open. Dread Signal. Radio frequency hacking and signal jamming tools. Also not open. I heard a noise. First, let's check. Nothing obvious on cams, but I'm not going to take a chance. Okay. Oh, what the fuck do I care if I get hacked? I don't need money, this is a demo. Oh, I made it back in time. I didn't even notice. Oh, but it's this, and I wasted exactly 1 second trying to figure out where I was, so I'm probably not going to get this now. I got it. Charmed. Yeah, he's here. Fuck. I don't know what the fuck I heard before. Did you guys like my pin? Kaylee got it for me. Hold it. Yeah, look at that shit. I'm gonna say that's enough time. Oh! You fucker! Why does that happen? What? Fucking hell! Did that guy not need me alive or something? Holy shit! I like how that one says kidnapped, but the fucking one punch from Patrick says you were killed. Alright, there you go. You got that jump scare got me. The first two, not so much. Yeah, the jump scare game with the desk is not that potent in this one, but you will always fucking get me when I'm walking around a corner like that. Because those moments are seamless. They require you to walk into the jump scare. And that fucking had me. Good lord. Okay. I'm going to probably play this demo over the course of a couple of days. Would I like to play the tutorial? No. Yeah, I'm going to be playing this demo over the course of a couple of days. Because I want to try to include my chat with Adam, if it happens. And that's probably not going to happen for a couple of days, because we're both really busy. But I want to find a fucking key before I get away from the computer. Dude, I'm going to need, like, a nicotine addiction to play this game when it full launches or something. Like, Julian's finally gonna get me to start dropping Zins. Alright, let's just check. Is Lab Monkey... I'm assuming that this one is always closed. Because I think it wasn't... Yeah, it's not working. You there? I remember this site. This one was a pain in the ass. Oh, it's not open. I believe it was also a timed site in Game 2. Check out the hole. We can do hole and don't waste it once again. Hey, okay, there we go. We got one. We got one. So these need to be decrypted, right? By that lady Carrie. Okay. Well, it's downloaded on my desktop, so I can leave this site now. So that's one of two taken care of. I guess if I just luck out, I could find the second one on Don't Waste It, and then I've completed the demo. That'd be cool. That site loaded before the bar was done. That was weird. Okay, I gotta start optimizing my time. While a page is loading, I should check for this. Hey, you know what I just noticed? There's no mechanic in this game for your internet being shit. Or hacking into Wi-Fi. That's nice. We might actually get a game where it's none of that gameplay. Although maybe that will be in the full release. That's entirely possible that it comes back. I won't lie. It kind of makes a big difference to me that the desktop background is a darker shade of gray now. I can hardly explain it, but I feel like oh, what the... Sorry, that was just felt weird. Put down the window. There. What am I saying? Yeah, in Welcome to the Game 2, the desktop has this very inoffensive, like almost off-white gray background. This one just feels like it's supposed to be sinister, and I feel like that doesn't work well. I feel like it needs to have that bright innocence to it. I don't know. I've fucking spent too much time thinking about these games. Okay, Ronald told me what's up. I'm here to decrypt keys. Post the full key in this chat and I'll get on it. So, what? She's gonna give me the actual version of the key? Key sent is in fact valid. In order to decrypt, I demand compensation first. These services are not free. Forward a single payment of 50 DOS coin to have the key decrypted. Okay. Alright, I understand now why money and hacking is so important in this game. You have to pay $50 for every key. That's steep. That's harsh. Fuck. Yeah, so I'm not going to be beating the demo today, I'm guessing. I was just on this page. I'm fucking stupid. I'm hearing a noise. In fact, I think I recognize that exact same noise from Scrutinized. And it's one of the, false alarm noises, so I think I'm safe. Unspoken Reverie. Okay. Don't Waste It looks empty. I am more than happy to believe that. This is weird. I've never actually recorded a Let's Play of a Welcome to the Game game. I mean, I've done Dead Signal and Scrutinized, but not a game where I'm searching for keys. It's a very different gameplay loop. Find another back door. Okay, Blues, ones I've already been to. Go to Lost Tapes. Lost Tapes is real and very terrible. The mind cannot unsee the scene. Now, where have I heard that one before? Wait, why am I even clicking through these? That's not how the keys are hidden. Not in the source code, at least. Oh, Pat's behind me. Buddy in the Discord was saying to me, the scariest part about every Reflect game is when nothing is happening. As soon as a threat shows up, you're just so relieved because you caught it. And you know, I think I feel that about Dead Signal, but not so much about Welcome to the Game 2 and this, because you're always supposed to be doing shit in this game, so there is no idle time. Dead Signal has a lot of, like, you know, cooldown moments where, like, if you find 2 reports on the camera, you're not going to find a 3rd report for at least a minute, because they have, like, a spawn limit. But in this game, you can always be doing something. You know, it's, Dead Signal is a marathon. He's here. Kidnapper's here. This time we're gonna wait a full minute. But yeah, I feel like the best way to say it is that Dead Signal's a marathon. Scrutinized is absolutely a marathon, and that's why I still haven't beaten it. But Welcome to the Game is a sprint. It's just get it done as fast as you can. And I like that, because it's, it rewards high-skilled gameplay. You can't even speedrun Dead Signal, because every successful run is the exact same length. You have to wait for your shift to end. And Scrutinized... I guess you can speedrun Scrutinized, because you choose when the nights are over. Think we're good? Okay, that time it didn't get me as bad, because I was waiting on it. But man, what was I doing wrong? I thought I had him. What do you guys make of the mask design? I know that the mask is, it has a meaning because of who this character Ronald is. I feel like he wears it well in the video because of his body language. But if you just were looking at like a still image of this, it would not look right, I feel. I'll warm up to it. Alright, I am gonna go eat dinner. But, let me first sit down and double check. Hang on. What are you supposed to do about the kidnapper? Am I forgetting something? It's an email. I love their formatting. Be driving around the nearby area to hopefully expose your exact location. Hidden sensors to detect any strong light coming from within. Do I have to turn off the computer? Is that a thing? No. Okay, that must not be a new carrying over mechanic. Hidden sensors to detect any strong light coming from within your basement. When triggered, they'll eventually share precisely where he can find you. Disguise your position by turning off the lights, so... Details are provided in accordance with fair play standards. See this detail right here? That's new. This is literally, it's become a Squid Game sort of thing. The Welcome to the Game deal is like, here's a game, these are the rules, you have to follow the rules, and then you win money. It's not, it's fair now, is what it's supposed to be. Whereas Welcome to the Game 2 was like a sick joke. There was never any intention for the protagonist to have a happy ending or win anything. Weird. Kind of weird to have a bunch of trash bags in the basement. Oh, there's the crypto miner. Okay, so I guess the in-game you can buy these and probably pick more up from dead drops, but they need to be restarted every now and then. Alright, yep. I'm gonna go eat some food, but I'll come back to this later tonight or tomorrow and hopefully get a win. Alright, greetings all. You catch me at dawn's first light, which is why the curtains behind me are brighter than normal. Sitting back down to give this a fair shot, I dedicate this run to the 9-year-old army. Let's do it. I also just cut up all the previous attempts that you saw, so I've had a bit of time to reflect on gameplay strategies. First thing that I'm going to do is, whenever I see that kidnapper's van, I'm going to do 90 seconds from now on. No tutorial necessary. Okay. Make with the goods, Ronald. Give me the link. Let's establish my home base here. I'm going to make my browser page right in the middle. We'll put crypt chat in the bottom left. Crypt chat, come on, can I make this a little bit thinner? Can I? Fucking doesn't matter. What size do we get? The hall is back. Okay, I want to take another look at Is Evil, because the last time I hit this one, it gave me a site that it had been seized by the feds. Is this a fake link? I would totally believe that this is a fake link, and that you have to be, like, in the know to know where to click to get to the actual site. Actually, no, there's not even a source code. The second exclamation point on shutdown makes it look very unofficial, which is why I thought that it was fake. But okay, I'll buy it. Is Evil's been taken down? Some justice in the world. Yeah, that site just had, I think, 9 different gore images. It was mostly images of rotting meat, I think, in the first game. I censored them, and you're welcome for that. But I believe one of the images was especially gnarlier than the other. And if I remember correctly, I think it was a picture from, like, a medical textbook of a foot that had been subject to a snake bite. And it was just, like, putrefied flesh or something like that. It was really, really nasty. I might be making that up. That might have just happened to me in a dream. What happens if I just start messaging nonsense to him? Fuck you, I hate you, Ronald. Time for small chat. Just give me the key. Only thing I want to see from you. If you keep messaging me, I'll just kick you from the game, and you will never get in. Alright, now I gotta see that. Do it, you won't. Look at him. No bark and no bite. Let's get a tough one out of the way first. We'll go through Tango Down. It's got like 5 pages on it. The music can stay. I love this music. Yeah, this site is absolutely a honeypot. That's so funny. I'm assuming that threat checking is going to be way different in the full game. It probably will not be as simple as, you know, back up and look behind you. Something that they did in Dead Signal that was really clever was that you could use shadows to quickly tell when there was a threat in your apartment, but it wasn't with the default lighting setting. You had to intentionally turn off a couple of lights and leave others on in order for intruders to cast a shadow. So that was actually a really, really sneaky strategy that I wasn't smart enough to figure out on my own. I had to have commenters tell me how to do that. But once I learned it, it was a huge deal. Really, really helped smooth things out. 8, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so it's roughly 11 seconds since the skull begins laughing that the hack begins. I'm gonna tell you why I counted that later. Probably next time we get a hack. Fuck! Fucking hell, come on. 10 DOS coin down, that's bad. Let's do Black Hat Post next. This one's also gonna be a pain in the ass. This guy Usk wants a MP4 file. Okay, well, here's what I'm gonna check now. I'm actually going to stand up and see if it takes longer than 11 seconds, starting now. Because I thought I saw that it did. 5, 6, 7, 8. No. It is the exact same amount of time. Yeah, that's the fastest I've ever gotten away with it, but I had to lock the fuck in to pull that off. Holy shit. I'm getting better. I am getting better. Okay, new site. Begin with the source code. There's a separate page for submit a post. I never saw that before. Oh, but it's disconnected. Okay. Okay, I'm getting sloppy. His Blushing Bride's a real site. I have been avoiding this one for a while. Unfortunately, yes. Real foreign ladies, international, European. See, okay, this is an example of a perfectly dog shit looking site. This is what an actual site on the dark web would look like. I like that you can see him breathing. In the past, I feel like the noir have felt too much like statues. Same as it ever was. Knowing where a key isn't as useful. And I think there is no keys on that site. Wait, did I just see something weird in the street? I just might have. I think it was artifacting on the camera. Oh god, it looks like there are a lot of links here. And now I'm starting from the bottom for some reason. Doesn't seem to be anything in plain sight. He's here. Okay. This time we're gonna wait at the bottom of the stairs. Since I'm gonna tell myself that makes him less likely to gobble me. And now I'm going to count to 90. 88, 89, 100. Come on. Is it because I was looking around that corner? That could have been worse. I would have been really mad if we actually had keys there. You know, I took back what I said about it being a nice thing that there's no Wi-Fi minigame in this. Because, of course, I'm very grateful for having functional search speed from the get-go, which we have in this demo. But even though in Welcome to the Game 2 you started off with shit Wi-Fi, you had the potential to get really fast Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi that was faster than what I have right now, even. And I feel like that would be a nice thing to have. So maybe there will be like a Wi-Fi range booster that you can buy at some point. Even if they don't bring back air crack. Did I see a link? Yeah, buddy! What is it? Did I get a key or did I get a thing? First of all, don't throw this. Make sure I'm not getting killed. Yeah. Okay, hang on. Sometimes it reveals it on the page. There it is! It's a key. Carry, just in time. Alright, I'm assuming it's one key per site. So... Next out of quest, you transferred 100 DOS coin in a single transfer. Are you... It was 50 last time, wasn't it? Am I smoking something? The 100 wasn't the deal. That was never part of the plan. Alright, let's try red triangle. 100 fucking DOS coin. I've only got 20. What? No way. No way I just got them both. Is that going to my desktop? Where is it? It is. I got both keys on the first two sites. Wow. Fucking wow. Okay. So now it's just the money-making game. This key can be decrypted. Okay, so key 1 costs 50, key 2 costs 100. Different keys are different costs for her. This guy wants the site to Crimson Relay. I can get that for him. I just gotta be so fucking careful not to throw this now. The hard part's done. I'm gonna be waiting 5 minutes every time the kidnapper shows. Holy shit. And again, I'm... Oh, okay, I guess you have to click the corner to resize the page. There we go. Crimson Relay, you got it. Coming right up, bestie. Anything for you, Mono Fisher. He's here. He just showed up. All right. 2 minutes this time. And I caught him early. If he gets me after 2 whole minutes of waiting, he is officially the campiest antagonist in any Welcome to the Game. Okay. I'm gonna be really pissed if I learn that there's like a place I'm supposed to have been hiding this whole time. No! Why? Why, man? I had both keys. Oh my god, that sucks. I mean, getting the money would have still been a pain in the ass, but how am I supposed to deal with the kidnapper? All right, let's just check. Is there somewhere I'm supposed to hide? Am I supposed to crouch behind the washing machine? Because, like, you would die in Welcome to the Game too if you turned off the lights when Lucas came, but then just stood. I don't get it. I'm kind of just at the game's mercy now. I don't know how I was evading the kidnapper before. Maybe I'm waiting too long. That sounds ridiculous, though. Okay, let me read it a fucking third time. You can't leave. Turning off all the lights in your basement. Maybe I'm supposed to turn off the lights and just go back to my computer. I'll fucking try that next time. Are you tired of the dating pool? Have you ever considered buying a woman? Oh, I didn't find this page before. Describe your preferred bride. There, that's all I need. Lab Monkey should be open, right? A little sneaky there. No noir. Uh-oh. Yeah, no telling how long he's been here. Alright, this time, we're just gonna get back on the computer. I know that I can't check for the noir now, but let's assume that they won't even spawn multiple threats at the same time. I guess Lab Monkey didn't load, too. You still here, bro? He's still here. Am I gonna die if I back up? No, I have not died. You know what? This actually might be the way to do it. Is that maybe I need to, just check to see when his van leaves. Check map. He's gone. So, he's not here anymore, right? Great, Scott, I've figured it out. Okay. All right, that's it. You get back on the computer and you have to check for when his van leaves. I don't know why I couldn't have just waited for him to leave by sitting on the stairs. But I'll take it. I'll take a dub when I get a dub. Too bad I didn't fucking know that on the run where I had all the keys. Shit. Got it. No noir. $10. I'm hacking, Mom. I'm doing it. So that's every site that I've clicked on now. So I guess I just gotta start trying new ones. Let's see if the hall's open at 45 minutes. It is! Nice! Looks pretty much the same. We got a fetch link. Yes, download that. I will be paid handsomely, I'm sure. 31, baby! Rarely do you find folks who put forth this level of effort. Thank you. Okay, we still have the issue of, you know, not having found a single fucking key. I went through the bride site. Don't waste it. Looking for the hole. Sure, you can have the hole. I've got fucking nothing better to do, I guess. Oh god, that's the hole. I keep scaring myself like that. That wasn't there before. How strange.
Would you look at that?
Shut the fuck up. It's gonna hit me with a screamer. I'm leaving before it hits me with a screamer. Even more fucking money. How cruel is it that the last run I had both keys and no money, and then this time I have all the money and no the keys? Let's try red triangle again. Actually, no. It's just hit 15, so maybe new sites have opened. Okay, that... Oh! Why did you go to that angle? I hate that. That's bad. Don't do that. Okay, is Merc open? Merc sounds like a cool site. Urban legends and conspiracies. Like, I actually want to see this one. But it's never fucking open, I swear. It's fucking stupid. Is my crypto miner still on? I think I need to reset it. That just occurred to me. Yep. Oh, and it takes a minute. I guess I have to stand and hold the button for the entire time. Alright, don't kill me. Well, what are we doing here, man? I would like to have keys, maybe. Haven't decided. I don't know. I hate to say it, but I think I have to start checking sites that I went through once already. I could have missed shit. Take me back to mail order bride site. Not cool, dudes. Deallocator. Fuck. Okay, I made a mistake and recovered. That's a first. And I have now also learned that you can, in fact, have the van show up when you're on the hack. Alright, I think we're just gonna have to start turning lights off as protocol when an inconvenient hack happens. Adam, remember how you said that this demo would only take like an hour to beat? That was funny. Good sites. I like these. What do you fucking know? Drop that in the notes. Let's do lost tapes. That one should be open. Begin with the source code. Nothing source code? Does anyone know if these links are actually real? Like, if I was to copy paste this into my actual browser, would it take me to this website? There's a page too. I never noticed that. The Cow Factory. Fictional world where humans and domestic cattle are switched. Puppet Town Life. Never aired children's TV show pilot about a group of puppet characters that go on adventures in real-world locations, discarded when a dead body was accidentally caught on film, while they interviewed sewer maintenance technician. There are little bits and bobs of several different creepypastas in there, I'm just not sure which ones. Kana, the Last Element. Never before seen multi-million-dollar fantasy film. A-list cast director were charged with unrelated crimes and fell into controversy. All references to this movie's production have been scrubbed. Attained through private connections to Hollywood. Fluffy Objects. Camcorder footage of a student group daring each other to progressively more difficult taxidermy challenges. Excessive gore and improper use of lethal injections. Ends with detailed and informative taxidermy on the losers. What the fuck? Hee-Haw. Not to be confused with Hee-Haw, a rated film about a talking donkey who falls in love with a human woman. Banned in all markets for obvious reasons. As it should be. Bone Altar's not open yet. Speaking of, I just saw Bone Temple the other night. Mixed feelings on if I like that more or less than the first one. I think I enjoyed the first 28 years more than Bone Temple, but I feel like Bone Temple might be the better movie. I don't know. If you saw it, let me know what you think. There was some Bone Temple was gruesome, though. The first one was like an adventure movie. This shit was like magnitudes above Saw. It was bad when it came to gore on screen. Pat's here. I had a feeling. Nothing. Nothing. Take this back. No Pat. Mono Fisher's back. My man. My liege. Fuck. Alright. Safety protocol is back on. Yeah, look at that. This is what I was trying to find before. It's waiting for me. The hacks are being a little bit nicer than they would have normally been. Stack pusher. Oh, fuck. There's a lot on this one. What? Well, hold up. What are you doing? My mouse was acting a little silly there. Just barely got it. Okay. Check cams. Did I need to turn the lights out or not? I did not. Well, let's just get him back on before the noir gets me. Big sites that's like this that scare me. Because, if you just miss one little thing, then, well, you're fucked. I'm playing to win. I'm not gonna get up for this one, because, I just saw that the cams were empty. Didn't even get to the time warning. Hell yeah. What is that shit? What the fuck is that shit? Alright, now we're taking kidnapper protocol. Adam, will this be in the full game? Doesn't even matter because I'm crazy with it. Wait. Be smart, use your head. Check the cams first. He is here! Damn! Thinking on my feet a little. And just like that, he was gone. We'll do red triangle. Red triangle is a really easy one to find the key on. See how on the bottom left, the enter computer prompt flickers when the NAR goes away? I think that that's, I can use that to my advantage. Because I think if you click it before the flicker, you get a jump scare. And if you click it after the flicker, you're safe. First check the source code. Fetch link. Oh, we got a different video file for once. Alright. Downloaded to desktop. And that guy just asked for it. Okay, where's the jump scare? I'm assuming that video is supposed to be someone stalking two people fishing, planning to kill them. Goofa sound mixing. No! No! Please don't! No! Why would you do this? Fuck! Does it have a continue option, maybe? Come on, most of the games have an autosave on the hour. Maybe I can load back in at 9 a.m. or 9 p.m. Come on, continue. Let me continue. Fuck. Ah! That blows. That really sucks. I will no longer be sending MP4s to anyone for fear of another crash. Well, that's what demos are for. Now we can avoid that being in the main game, hopefully. Shut the fuck up, Ronald. Give me my links. If I got the hole, I start with the hole. And there it is. Dude, the hole never lets me down. Love the hole. Also, just a little bit of science here. Even though it's in plain sight, it does not appear on the source code page, I don't think. So that's good to know. Great spawn. Get some backdoors up in here. Is evil should be disabled. There's not even a source code for that one. Come on, red triangle. Red triangle and you there. Let's have it. The dream team. The comeback. There it fucking is! Alright. This makes up for the game crash. That's both keys. Now I just gotta chill and survive. Alright, well now that like the meat of the gameplay is behind me, and maybe I could take this as a moment to critique a little bit specifically more the design of the demo. I feel like it's really well done, it's cool, but I feel like it's a little too much. And what I mean by that specifically is that it doesn't always look like electronic effects. I feel like in Welcome to the Game 1 and 2, when you get hacked, the animation looks like, you know, computery, artifacting, pixels, that sort of shit. There's a couple of them, especially after you get failed or hack blocked, that just does not at all look like computer shit. It looks like I just cast a magic counter spell to dispel the hack, and then it just like disintegrates into the air. That does not read as like hackery to me, so I don't know, I would just, something blockier would do, is my take on that. Really, that's kind of a critique that I have to the websites too, like what I said about the haptics, is that the game looks too good. And I think that's like a funny problem to have, because a lot of the stuff you see in this game is supposed to look sketchy. It's supposed to look like it's being held together by glue and tape. I gotta say, the wiki page too, not a fan of this Codex of Silence thing. Because I feel like the hidden wiki page was perfect in Welcome to the Game 2, where it was just very simple, like semi-ugly graphic design of just like a white background, blue links. Here are all the pages that people look for. Here's very indifferently worded descriptions, and I feel like the descriptions are still well done. But the whole point was that it looked very innocent, even though it was anything but, and I think that juxtaposition worked really well on a number of layers. Having it be this thing, the Codex of Silence, with like a skull and this spooky poem, I don't buy it. It doesn't, it feels fake. And of course there are sites in this game that look and feel fake, and they're really well done, like Tango Down. This fucking site right here is a perfect example of a fake site. Oh, Swook is my agent now. That's interesting. Like, this shit is fake as fuck. There are many sites like this on the real deep/dark web that are fake-ass sites like this, usually set up by federal agencies, trying to lure stupid people into giving their credit card information or just expose that they want to pay to have someone murdered, and then they arrest them. Those sites are real, and I think it's cool that you include them in this game, because it's real how fake they are. There's also shit like this that's just like fake and edgy, and it's like a teenager who's just trying to make angsty shit, but that's not what the main wiki should look like, I feel. I'm just anxious that I'm going to throw this somehow, because I already threw it once from the same position. My going rate is 50 DOS coin. He's making this shit up. He's just trying to see how much he can get out of me. Let's not forget the Monofisher, my friend. Don't waste it. I got it right here. So what do I do when I get the codes? Once you get that key compiled, send it over. All right, so I'm assuming that Swook will give me further instruction on like, oh, what does he want now? Is evil? Say less. Say less, bro. This guy wants blushing brides. Say fucking less, homie. I'm ready. I've got it here. What you want? Would you maybe like to visit the hole when you're done with that one? I myself am quite partial to the hole. You're joking. Did it actually? No, it's still up. 99.99. All right. 1, 0. Nope. No, not that many. Okay. Fucker! You were waiting for that. Part 1. Check cam. Is he still here? Still here. And then where's part 2? Oh, shit, okay. Is he gone yet? Still here. Take it. Pound it. G fucking G. Alright, get these fucking lights on. Whoa, 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 looks like we have a winner. Congratulations, you did it. Honestly, I didn't think you were going to make it. Hang on, get the fucking lights on before Patrick kills me. That would be the fucking cherry on top. Alright, Ronald, what are you fucking saying? I didn't think you were going to make it, but this isn't the first time I've been proven wrong. Head upstairs, we dropped off a package for you with details in the main game. Looking forward to see how you do with that. A package? Okay. Like a package, or are you about to just open this door and kill me? You have proven yourself well tonight. You head upstairs and go to your front door and see a small package. You open it, and inside there's a flash drive and a note. The note reads, "Congratulations, you're in. Use the next few months to prepare yourself. An eventful day is nearing." You step back, exhaling a deep sigh of relief. You're in it. It's your chance at the big shots or something. Now it's time to deal with your family. I didn't catch the last bit there, but thank you for playing our demo. Hell yeah. Small taste of what's in the full game. If you enjoyed playing or watching this demo, please take a quick moment and wishlist on Steam. Already done, but would encourage you to do that if you are planning to play this game or even just planning to watch it. Because you know, a lot more people watch these games than actually play them. So at the very least, it does help to wishlist or even buy it. Really, I say that for all the games I play. I have a lot of thoughts. I think I'll sit on them for a minute. No, you know what? I'm just gonna go chat with Adam. And tell him what I'm thinking there. Alright, hang on. Something occurred to me as soon as I finished that last run that I really wish I thought of earlier. I just have to check now. Oh. Oh. It's fucking back! It's back and better than ever! Yeah, there's my fucking Paradise Killer and shit. Why does this actually look better than my actual browser? There's the video about this game series. Wait. Ah, there it is.
The Big New Yorker for only 10
fucking
bucks.
ads on this too.
Don't forget a pizza before the...
Hi YouTube, how are you doing? And welcome to a very special video. Today we are playing Welcome to the Game 3.
These Darknet killers are insane, guys. Take me to his Discord. You can do Discord on this shit? No way. Oh, this is gonna be a fucking problem when the full game launches. I'm just gonna be checking my texts in the middle of a run. Yeah! Yeah, let's fucking go! Oh, what a fucking marvel of science. No, bring it back! I don't even care. I literally don't even care. Hold up. Where's the fan Discord? Oh wait, oh hold up. No. I don't need to do all that. I don't gotta be doing all that. Is this gonna be my clipboard? It is. Yeah, that was gonna happen. Cool shit, though. I'm gonna be fucking around with that non-stop when the full game drops. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, wait a second. Oh, no, he can't hear me. but he's there. He's there in the game. Oh no. No, Adam, which shit. Okay, I don't think yeah, he cannot hear me. Well, anyhow, Adam, long time no see.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Let me see if I can't. Is there like a way I can neutralize these so that I can have both feeds on the screen? No, probably not. That's okay. Whatever, I'll just full screen you. So,
Okay.
all right. I'm trying to think of where to begin. I'm excited. I just, what has it been like? Probably a year and a half since we last spoke.
Yeah, I think so. It's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, doesn't feel like it. First thing I ought to say is that I am currently getting battered by this winter storm that's happening. So if I break up for like a couple of seconds or so, I'll probably snap back in, and that may happen. My apologies, but
No
I mean,
worries.
I think you're getting it pretty bad down there too. If not today, then tomorrow.
Not yet. Not yet. It's supposed to get it tomorrow. Give me a second here.
Sure, sure.
I got my bird, and he's like biting my wires. So give me a sec.
I wrote some stuff down, but we can really just talk about whatever. How about when you're ready, just introduce the project, I suppose. What can you tell us? What's your team look like for one thing? Is it still mainly a one-man show?
You talk about for Welcome to Game 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you a couple of questions. You played and beat the demo, right?
Yeah. It took me probably like 7 attempts.
Okay. So as far as team, Welcome to Game 3, I probably had conservatively 25 to 30 people touch the project, meaning that they, I had a bunch of writers, I have website designers to like code all the different websites. Give me a second here.
Sure. There, that's better.
Okay, sorry about that. He's one less thing I have to worry about. So yeah, I have about, like I said, about 25, 30 people who touch the project. And my job is to kind of like put it all together and program and do everything else.
Okay.
So in normal things, I have someone who does the rigs and animators do the animation. Right now, I just have like one animator and one rigger, but he's kind of like a rock star, so he's doing it all for me.
Wow.
Obviously, I have Bill, who does kind of like a lot of content stuff. And then I have one other programmer who's actually better than me. We call him Fluff. And he's been doing tasks like, so that browser you use is actually it actually renders HTML. And you can go to YouTube, you can go to Twitch and stuff like in Welcome to Game 2. But we wrote a custom program, custom plugin off of Chromium, which is a Google API like Chrome. So we're able to accomplish that. And so he put that together, and I'm very happy with the results so far. So that's why, we can actually render websites. That was a big task, because they sell plugins on the Epic Games Store for it, but it's not. It doesn't render video well, and the one that does actually render video, it has some absurd licensing fee to it, and it's just not viable. So we wrote our custom one, and Fluff did that.
By render video, you mean the MP4 files and whatnot?
No, like on the websites. So like if you go to YouTube or Twitch, it renders the video.
Oh, yeah. I know. I see how you mean.
Except if you go to like the hall in the demo is a video, like a WebM file. And in the tutorial, when it's showing the thing, is actually a mini browser of the video. And we accomplished that with Chromium, and he took care of that. Then I had, this has been in the making for a couple of years now. I had about, I don't know, maybe 10 other developers, like web developers. I would send them a web page. They would update it. I would send them new sites to do. They would code it in HTML, CSS. Then I got a couple audio guys and the voice actors and writers. And so, yeah, it's a pretty decent size for indie, and it's costing me quite a bit, but I feel that it's worth it.
Would you call this a AA endeavor?
No, God, no. No, not
Okay.
even close.
Not even close.
It's still indie for sure. It's not. I don't have that kind of money.
Cool.
More than usual.
Okay. So I'm just trying to figure out the right order to ask all this stuff in. What in this demo can you say for certain we will see in the full release? Because like obviously the environment is exclusive to this as like a prologue chapter.
Right. So what you'll see in the full game compared to the demo is and obviously the basics. You got the operating system, um, the security camera. Because in the main game, you're actually going to be able to purchase cameras and place them yourself for
Oh,
defense against threats. So I'm introducing it where it's like a static camera, but in the main game, you actually take like a GoPro and you place it somewhere in the environment to kind of get a view of it. So that's coming over. Um, Shadow Fetch for sure is coming over. The PDF files, pretty much anything the software is coming over. So I think if I'm missing anything there, the Dark Drop, but Dark Drop will have all the products. So there'll be all the software and hardware upgrades, of course. The quick chat will be more involved in the main game because you're going to be dealing with a lot more agents than just the few that you dealt with. So with the full game, it's actually going to be very involved with reputation building. So in the full game, kind of let's take a step back. In the full game, you're competing against other players in the game. And in the demo, you play as one of those players you play against as in Simon. And your goal is to beat them to win the game. And those AI players, to be AI for now, if there's a huge demand for multiplayer, I'll look into it.
I was gonna ask
Like some
about
sort of
that.
PvP, like a PvP experience where each player, like 4 players or 5, have their own unique little room or something. I don't know.
First to 8 keys wins.
But I'm kind of slowly approaching that what ifs. But anyways, you're competing against other players to win the game. And normally in Welcome to the Game, you go through the different wikis, you find the keys, and then you're done. It's going to change quite a bit here with Welcome to Game 3, with each wiki being locked behind you have to get a link to it. So it's not going to be in Welcome to the Game where you solve like a puzzle, like Clapis, and you're to the second wiki and so forth. It's going to be different, whereas you're going to have to find a wiki holder agent, which is going to be another Darknet user, and they'll sell you that link for DOS coin. But you just can't approach any of them. You have to build up reputation. So you have to have like a rep level.
Really?
In order to get your rep level up, you're gonna have to beat hacks and do other tasks. Like in the demo, you got your videos. You got to find sites for people, and other things, which I'm not too sure yet, but I don't want to disclose just yet. But you'll build up your rep level, and let's say you're level 1 to start. And if you want to get to the second wiki, he requires level 2 rep. So you got to build up your rep. You got to get your money up, and then you can contact him, and they'll sell you the link to Wiki 2. Then you can progress in the game. And that kind of ties back to the demo with kind of slowly introducing the people looking for the videos and in the website. So not only will you get the DOS coin bonus, but you will also get reputation.
Okay. This is more than I was expecting to get out of you, to be honest. I'm almost concerned about learning too much about how the sausage is made now.
Yeah.
I did have some thoughts. Maybe I'll just share like critiques or like specific ideas I had toward the end. Just some small things functionally, like how the agents played and like finding links and stuff. Do you intend it to be in the full game that you have people who are like, I need the link to lost tapes, or I need the links to this? Can you?
Yes.
Okay. A thought that I had playing it. What if agents instead came to you and were to say things like, I need a site where I can buy radio equipment, or I need somewhere that I can get unlicensed firearms, shit like that. And instead of asking specifically for a link, the player has to do the investigation and figure out this.
It's not a bad idea at all. I could just rework the wordage, but it's not a bad idea.
I mean, really, I'm just making more trouble for myself.
The way it works is that in the demo, the agents contact you directly. In the main game, you're going to actually use an IRC program. And in that IRC program, there'll be a chat. And in that chat, there'll be agents making requests or offering services. Like a wiki holder will be like, hey, I got the wiki name here. Ping me if you want it. And so that's how the player will monitor the IRC chat, look at the chat log, and find agents that will either need tasks or services that they need.
There sounds like there's a lot coming in, especially with the computer and software part of it that we didn't yet see in the demo, and that's exciting because for a minute I was scared that what you see on the computer is what you're gonna get, because
no, there's actually quite a bit more. You'll have the gambling mechanics, the cryptocurrency exchange, and with the full game, you're not going to be able to use browser on your main desktop. So in the full game, you'll have something called what they call the vert mesh, which is a virtual machine browser. So in the demo, you have AN right on your desktop. You open the browser there. In the main game, you can't. You have to hack into virtual machines. And inside these virtual machines, you actually connect to a whole other desktop. And on that desktop, you'll have AN, you'll have your notes, and there'll be other things going on there too. What's also cool about this is each virtual machine, instead of like having remote VPNs you place around the complex, you're going to hack them and turn them into crypto miners, like virtual ones. So you'll hack the machine and decide, okay, do I want to use this as a desktop or do I want to use it as a miner? And if you use that as a miner, you can obviously undo it. But the caveat to all of this is that if you're using that virtual machine too long, like let's say in Welcome to Game 2, if you're on the same Wi-Fi network too long, the police come and get you. With this, if you're on it too long, the virtual machine will get quote unquote hacked and taken down. And you can no longer, you don't get a game over, but you no longer have access to that virtual machine. So it'll be kind of like a balance of like going in this machine for X time, leaving that machine, then going to another machine when you're doing your darknet browsing, looking for keys and doing tasks for the darknet agents, I call them.
That sounds insane.
And then you have a completely custom slot machine mechanic that we wrote from the ground up. And we spent a lot of time and I put a lot of money into that too. And it's going to be a core mechanic of the game that the player, it's not going to be required, but it's definitely optional and advised because you're going to be able to gamble with the cryptocurrency and win money that way. But there's two different cryptocurrencies. So you have DOS coin and then you have YOLO yen. So YOLO yen is the currency that you use to gamble with. And there is a crypto exchange where you exchange between YOLO yen and then DOS coin. And these are just talking about the computer mechanics. There's obviously more mechanics outside, which are more tie into the traditional Welcome to the Game format.
I never thought I'd see the day that I could gamble in a Reflect game. I'm very excited about that. And you say there's crypto trading that's like a thing, like you can like short and dump money into something.
No, nothing like that. Nothing like that. It's just like converting your YOLO yen to DOS coin and vice versa. Maybe down the road, another Welcome to the Game, there'll be like a shorting mechanic or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I thought you were going with that for a minute. That would have been insane. Let me pivot to the story itself and like the whole approach for this. The rules of the game have like clearly changed from Welcome to the Game 2 to this. This is almost more like a contest now. I mean, it is like there's rules, and I take it that the Noir and Dark Adam, they are not allowed to violate these rules. Like it is a contract almost. Right.
So the best way I could picture frame this without giving away too much is like first Welcome to the Game 1 and 2 were kind of like trial runs of a kind of like a messed up reality television show that's on the Darknet. And now that we're in the third one, it's all about contestants who are voluntarily entering to win a large prize. And without going in too much of the main story, that's how Simon ends up in the game, quote unquote. So it has evolved from just like a weird private show to an actual event where there's contestants now, kind of like a, what's that Netflix show?
Squid Game.
Squid Game, yeah. Almost kind of like that, but the Darknet version, much smaller players.
Yeah, I was definitely picking up on that because it's definitely not because like Welcome to the Game 2 was more or less a sick joke on the player character Clint when it comes down to it. Like there was never any prize for him. There was no real chance for him to get out and make a difference. But this is really just a curveball to me that you're signing up for this. The participants know that there's going to be danger.
Right. You gotta look at the perspective of reality. Like, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there for, let's say, the grand prizes of $100 million. Would you risk your life?
Oh, totally.
I'm sure there's a fair amount of people that would do that. So we're talking about like a substantial amount of money. And so these people are trying to win that. Obviously, it's going to be all in cryptocurrency, DOS coin, but it's a large cash prize. And these people are risking their life for that cash prize.
Let me see. So you already answered what I was going to ask about if there was an idea to at some point make it so that multiplayer aspect comes in. I know you said you want nothing to do with multiplayer ever again. I get it,
Right.
but
I'd rather not, to be honest. It's difficult, but I think with really depends on the player base and how well this game is received. If it's well received, people are happy with it, and they're demanding like a DLC where it's multiplayer, then I'll look into it.
kind of like a Dead Signal had a 2.0.
Right.
Okay. So into the computer design itself, how many more sites do you suppose this is going to have than Welcome to the Game 2? Is this going to be like a comparable number, or is it like much
I
more?
would say it's about a little bit more than Welcome to Game 2, but on par. I would say maybe 15% more.
Okay, that's good because I was going to say too many could
Yeah, too
work
many could
against you.
Yeah.
So one thing I have to say about like the wiki design in it is that, you know, Welcome to the Game 2 felt like it was more of a timepiece with how it portrays the dark web, and that there's just a bunch of junk on there that's scattered about, but it feels very modernized now, especially with like crypt chat and, you know, more proliferant, more common use of like cryptocurrencies and shit. Also, I just what I'm thinking of, I gotta bring this up. The one site is evil. It takes you to a page that says it's been seized by the feds. Was I like, did I get duped by that, or is it actually seized? Like,
It's actually seized now. So obviously, time has progressed in the timeline in the Welcome to Game universe. The Welcome to Game 2 came out 8 years ago.
okay,
So obviously, time has gone by. That's why you had Scrutinize, you had Dead Signal. Those kind of the side games, kind of slowly progressing the story further, introducing killers in those games and so forth. So is evil? It's no longer available. It's been seized by the feds.
okay, I'm glad because I hated that site.
Yeah.
That's not gonna be a gameplay mechanic though, is it? That like sites get taken down mid game or something?
No,
Okay,
nothing like that.
I
But the
was,
window, the time window thing is still active.
yeah, but that repeats on the hourly basis, right?
Right.
Okay,
So for time though, in the demo, it's 15 minutes per hour, but in the full game it'll be 30 minutes per hour, just like Welcome to Game 2.
okay, so Dead Signal was also 15 minutes per hour, right? And so,
I don't recall. I'm
or
not
you know,
sure.
I think it might have been 20, but it was more accelerated than Welcome to the Game was. So, hey, that's great. We're going back to the 3 hour window then, I guess. 10
Yeah.
a.m. to 10 p.m. to 4 a.m.
I'm not sure exactly what the time will be, but it will be 30 minutes per hour. I'll figure that towards the end. With
Okay.
balancing.
So the website design, you say you've got like a team of people on that?
Yeah, they actually did that about 2 years ago,
Really?
maybe 3 years ago. So this game has been slowly on the burner for a while now. You know, originally it was supposed to be towards more for John's chapter, but I pivoted over to Welcome to Game 3, Simon's Debt.
Okay,
And go ahead.
sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you. The title Simon's Debt is that a gambling addiction debt? I'm guessing.
You'll find out in the story. I don't want to give away
Okay,
too much.
sure. Okay, I just you know, the whole gambling slot machines on the computer makes me wonder. Is all. I just have to ask because I know we were talking about this last time. Game store simulator, game shop simulator. Is that been backburnered or was that just a cover?
Backburnered. We'll see. You know,
Okay.
I'd like to venture off to other genres. It's just really, I'm kind of locked in with my genre right now. This is what the player base wants, and obviously, I'm a business. I need to do what the players want. My biggest fear is a lot of those markets are saturated. So there's a lot of different simulator shop games, and
I
there's a
got
lot
you.
of like the Boba Tea Cafe game. There was like that. I kind of established my own little unique genre, which is called tech core, I call it. And I kind of want to stick with that. You know, there's a ceiling to it. You know, it's not as high to like big as many of your other games, but still there's a demand for it. And there's been a lot of clones, but none of them have really successfully pulled it off well.
I see how you mean. I was I think I was calling it cyber horror, but ultimately the same thing. Computer game
Yeah.
built around horror game built around a computer. So I ask this one just generally based off of what consumers are going to be asking, especially because I think Steam makes
Sure.
you tag it now. Does generative AI play much of a role in some of the website design in these games? Or you said they're
Not at
made.
all. There's not one thing I did with AI in this game at all. It's all wrote writers for all the text, all the images. I have a graphic artist, another guy I forgot to put in there. But no, there's no AI used at all because just the tag alone really ruins your rep. And I myself am kind of against the AI stuff. It's junk. And I'm afraid of what it will do to the gaming market and the big picture. You know, if you have a lot of AI slop games come out. But I feel that the gamer audience is already approaching it correctly, which is very negative towards it. And I think that's the correct way to do it because I'm not a fan of it. I feel that it could be used as a solid tool. Like I'll use it for, let's say I have a programming question, right? And I'm stuck on something. And I ask it, hey, can you give me an example of how this works? And they'll show me lines of code. I'm like, okay, let me look into that. And you look into that. So I use it more as an advanced Google search, but I don't use it as
You don't use it to create assets in the game or to
right.
make
Create
story
assets
points.
or actually to do anything in the game at all. It would be beneficial in this game because when you talk to the agents, it would have been cool to have some sort of AI that were a little bit more communicative, a little more creative with the responses. But again, I want to avoid the AI. So you just kind of have like a pool of pre-typed messages depending on what you send to them.
That's cool. You should wear that on your sleeves, definitely, about the whole, this game is it's human written. The sites are human made, because I feel like that there is just an expectation from a lot of people these days that anytime you see an indie game that's got loads of text and loads of things in it, there's always that suspicion of Gen AI.
Right.
I had my suspicions playing the demo, I'll be honest.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, because I know that a lot of the images are computer generated or Photoshop. That was the same with Welcome to the Game 2.
Yeah, a lot of the websites you see, like, they're all either stock photos in Dreams Time. So if you go on Dreams Time, you could probably find them there, or pictures I took of myself, or videos I took of myself.
The MP4 file specifically. You know, if you're ready, I could just get into some like specific feedback I had for this demo. Sorry, I don't think I heard you. What'd you say?
Oh, I said okay.
Okay, cool. So your mic dropped you. Let's see. So evaluating mostly the computer itself, because that's the main stuff that on the computer is what will be seen in the main game. I feel like my most consistent problem that I have with it is that sites almost look too good. And I think the way that I described it in a moment is that, you know, a lot of the sites in Welcome to the Game 2, they look shitty and sketchy, and that's perfect because they're pieces of HTML vomit that someone put on the internet decades ago and forgot about. Whereas, like, Don't Waste It, for example, feels almost like if you hired Wix in this game to design a deep website for you, where, like, you hover over an image and it'll have, like, haptics and it reacts to you. It's by textbook very good website design. It's good graphic design, but it takes me out of it because it feels like someone was paying like a professional web designer to make a good looking website. So,
the way I could approach that and pitch that is like, in the full game, there's plenty of shitty websites. Okay.
Okay, good.
Like Brushing Brides, that's kind of poorly put together, right?
Yeah.
And in the full game, you'll have your classics, more of the classics come back. But all the websites that have been in the old games, we revamped them.
Oh, so that's like a legacy treatment.
Right, because I also want to, like you said, I want to imply that time has progressed in the world. So that's been updated. It's a little bit more modernized than it was, you know, that game 8 years ago. You know, so in 8 years, the website has been updated. But I could definitely see your point there, where it kind of like pulls you out of the element. But
see, I tell you what. Sorry, I'm cutting you off.
No, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, the whole updating sites from Welcome to the Game 2, that makes a lot of sense to me with a site like, I don't know, Silk Road or Cotton Road, whatever it was. Actually, that wasn't even in Welcome to the Game 2. Or like the Godforsaken Milk site, like a site that's a storefront where people actually go and they pay stuff. That would make sense for it to get like a graphical overhaul. A site like Don't Waste It, that's just like complete insane nonsense that no one goes to for any good reason. I could totally buy that.
Are you sure it's insane nonsense? You know what it's about?
No, I don't want to know either.
Okay. Let's say there's a very specific clientele who enjoy that kind of services.
Shit.
enjoy your drink. That kind of taps into that site.
I'm going to not
Um,
touch that anymore. Goodbye. Oh shit.
but
But you see what I mean? Like a site that would get like
I can see
foot
I can see what you
traffic.
mean to a point for sure. But I think we'll see what the player base thinks. You know,
Oh
I
yeah.
think you're the only one person to bring it up so far. But I did this release the demo today publicly,
Yeah, a friend
so
of mine played it. He had feedback.
we'll see what they say.
One thing I definitely feel strongly about, I do not dig the Codex of Silence Deep Wiki design page. It looks to me like it's just trying too hard to be spooky. I think that just the very minimalist Deep Wiki design you have for Welcome to the Game 2 was perfect, because it's the sort of thing where if you walked past someone who was on a computer and they were on that wiki page, you would not think anything of it unless you got closer and read the links. And I think that that's like a special little layer of horror right there, of just how sinister the contents are, but at a glance it's fine. But like if you look over my shoulder and I'm on the Codex of Silence and there's a skull and like a poem about spooky shit on black background, that just it just reads to me like it's not being totally serious, or like it's a LARP.
I'm going to disagree with you on that. I think
Oh
the
yeah?
new wikis, because the other two wikis that are on the game are similar,
Oh,
but I
so they're
like that
not all the same.
approach. No. So there's three wikis like in Welcome to Game 1 and 2, but they're all similar in design. You got like a creepy element to it. And I feel that instead of just doing like the Deep Wiki 1, Deep Wiki 2, Deep Wiki 3, that looked like it was designed in 2003, wanted to revamp everything and kind of give it a more modern approach. I feel it gives it more life to the game from my perspective and my creative approach. Now, I could be wrong on that. It's, like I said, it really is up to the player base what they think, but where it stands right now, I do not intend to change how that looks. Again, I think you're the only one to bring that up too.
I've got like a I don't know what it is, but the aesthetics of these games, just like the way things look, matter to me as much as the gameplay. Because I think Welcome to the Game 2 had a death grip on aesthetics. It really sold a living, breathing world that was very, like almost intentionally boring at times, with just how you would sit still and nothing would be happening, but it felt like things would be happening.
Mhm.
But what you were saying though about there being three deep wikis and they've all got different designs. You having said that, I could totally see this design working for the third deep wiki or even the second one. And I feel like you could almost visually tell a story with if they progressively become more and more demented and spookier. But like Deep Wiki 1, if I begin the game and my first set of links are on a site that looks like a Halloween decoration, I don't know. If you really are committed to that vision, keep it.
I am committed to that vision. I don't know if the first wiki is I don't remember. I think it is the one with the skull. We'll see. There's two other ones, but they're very similar in theme. Not well theme, but layout. But each one has its unique theme to it.
Gotcha.
The skull one is about that, and there's two other ones which I don't really want to disclose right now, but they are some. But I can see your point for sure with it being more generic. But when it comes to actual gameplay of the game, most people don't really pay attention to it. They're just clicking the links. So when it comes to actual gameplay, I don't think it makes much of a difference. Another thing is that they're all dark in theme too, because the computer UI is darker too. So in the original Welcome to Game 1, Welcome to the Game 2, the browsers and the windows were more like a light gray, or almost white. So the white background with the white gray borders would fit better. But now that it's more dark gray and blue, I feel that like the dark background, with the wiki at least, fits better aesthetically.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm actually like nostalgic for that old shade of gray. I was thinking to myself playing it like, no, why did he darken it by four degrees? I miss how it was. But
I get what you mean.
I get the idea. It's bringing the dark web into the 2020s.
Not only that, it's just I gotta, we gotta revamp it. We gotta show it's a new game, right? I just can't have the same thing over and over again with different content, right? We gotta update the look. We gotta update the operating system, which I did dramatically. And it's also an entirely different game engine as well. The first 1 and 2 were in Unity, and this is completely an Unreal Engine.
Yeah.
So we kind of got to revamp it and show off the new approach, like resizing. You have a better taskbar, maximize, minimize. It's a lot more fluid in nature than it has in the past 2 games.
I definitely had that thought, that especially because the last one was on Unity and this one's Unreal 5, isn't it?
Yes.
You've got to just build everything from the ground up already, so why not put a new shine on it?
Right, you put new shine on it, but also kind of a note on this for Unreal 5. Dead Signal was kind of like all the knobs are turned on. That's why it didn't run well on more lower end hardware. I do want to note that we targeted Welcome to Game 2 and 3 to run on lower end hardware. So it's not DX12, it's DX11. And I feel that a lot more players are going to be able to play the game with no problem. If you haven't downloaded the demo yet, it's going to run a lot more smoother, but it's not going to look as pretty. But I think the aesthetic overall should be pretty solid.
Yeah, I've got like a pretty middle of the line rig, I'd say, that I play on, and I definitely had some trouble with Dead Signal. I got a pretty annoying stutter every time I crossed the threshold in the apartment. But this demo ran smooth. I mean, there's not many environments you move in between. The only game crash I got was from that one MP4 file thing, which I know you've already been
which
informed
now
on.
should be fixed. It should be fixed. I hope so. I fixed that today.
Good. I know that the getting hacked animation, it's a lot flashier than it used to be. I really like it, except for how when you complete it and it says either you failed or blocked hack, it poofs into like this cloud of spores, and it doesn't read as like hackery to me. I think that it looks like
you are the only person that.
I bet I am.
I stream, like, I'm not trying to be that guy, right? But like I stream my game development online on Twitch, and everyone who sees that, like, oh, that's so cool. Even in Twitch chats when I'm watching other people play the game with it fading away, they're like, oh wow, that's really cool. So it's staying. It's a particle effect. But I can see your point. It's not hackerish, but I think you're kind of just locked into Welcome to Game 2 because you're such nostalgic to it.
And listen, if you don't hear like 10 other people agree with me, then just disregard what I say, because I do have like particular tastes about these
pretty
things.
Seriously, for sure. But I just what you said so far with those couple things, others have disagreed. Except the people requesting like, oh, can I get a fire? I like that idea. That's pretty good.
Get the what?
They're looking for like a radio device or a firearm.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Instead of they're looking for a site title, they're looking for a specific item or service.
Yeah, because that's
a pretty good idea. I like that.
That just felt more real to me, because the only reason that I'd expect people to be asking for the link to a site is if they didn't have access to the wiki in the first place, which didn't give me that impression that deep webbers in the first place wouldn't even know where it is. But if they're like going to you as like a middleman to be like, I need heroin, I need ghost gun, this and that, then that would make sense, and there could be multiple correct answers for each request. I don't know.
No, I like that. I think it could be definitely approached with keeping both, though. People looking for sites directly and people looking for specific things, because the specific things you're going to run out of ideas.
Gotcha.
Like someone's gonna be looking for drugs, someone's gonna be looking for guns, someone's gonna be looking for a service or insert item here. You're kind of limited on the scope of options that you can do, but it's definitely something we can look into.
Variety is the spice of life. So I got exactly one more piece of feedback that I feel really strongly about, that I wanted to I wanted to tell you about it here, just so you could at least gauge what people in the comments think of it. The MP4 files, I love that conceptually. I think it's an extra layer of freakiness of what you put in them. And I think that the Dreams Time stock video, they function, but they're not super convincing. I don't know if you've gotten that feedback anywhere else.
No, I can see that for sure. I agree. But however, I don't really have the budget or the time to hire like a film studio.
Exactly.
And
that's
to do cool videos. That's why most of the videos are like 30 seconds long. And a lot of those videos I actually had to edit myself, because from Dreams Time, they're just like generic. I had to put over custom sound effects and make them a little bit more grungy, add the different voices you hear in them. I mean, I agree. That would be dope if I had a bigger budget where I can hire a film staff to record, 50 different videos of things you'd find in the Darknet. But that's talking about a multi-year, probably several $100,000 project, which is just, I can't do that. So Dreams Time will have to do. We also have to consider the fact that Welcome to Game 3 will not be as extreme as far as the content goes from Welcome to Game 2. So Welcome to Game, you had the cum website, you had the weird stuff going on, you know, the rape, the torture stuff. I kind of flew under the radar with that game. But Steam and just Twitch and all the different guidelines with the internet these days, I kind of had to I had to be a little more strict with what I allow on the game. Right. So
I hear you completely, and I agree. That would be completely impractical and way too out of the budget and require a whole year of planning to hire a film studio to make all these things for you. What I was going to say, though, and maybe there's a legal reason this wouldn't work or something else, because I don't know how far away you think this game is from launch. What if you were to open almost like a fan contest for fans to create their own 30-second scary video, 30-second horror movie, submit them to you, you pick the 10 best, and they make it into the game as MP4 files?
I mean, that would be super cool, but my biggest concern with doing stuff like that is anything that goes in the game that I did not do myself, I hire and pay them directly. And that way I have a legal framework and groundwork. Because let's say I do that contest and their video gets in, the game blows up. I make hundreds of millions of dollars. And they're like, wait a minute, I should get commission for this. You know, this game wouldn't be as popular if my video. So I have to look at it from a business perspective.
Okay.
You know, I have to look at and understand, okay, if someone's creating, that's their IP, that's their product. And if we're going to bring it into my product, how does the legal work out with that? And I mean, I agree, that's a cool idea. And I thought about it before, but in the bigger picture of things, you have to really consider the business aspect of things. You have to consider, where do people live? Are they US based? Am I paying them? Okay. You got to worry about 1099s and tax stuff. And it becomes
I definitely see.
thing.
I respect the integrity, of course, that you want people to be paid for their work, and I understand the legal side of it too. That if someone says I want compensation, or they find some hole in the contract, if there is one, then that could be an issue. I just think it could be like a really cool way to build publicity and excitement for the launch, and also just a
I
neat
agree.
piece.
It'd be a really cool idea. But I think I'm going to do some other things like ARG. I would like to do a cool ARG. I did one Welcome to Game 2 and Welcome to Game 1.
I'll have to watch for that because I was not around for the launch of those.
Yeah, so in the original Welcome to Game, I hid to get one of the secret endings. You have to find these coordinates in real life. And it's kind of like geocaching. I hid a box, and inside the box was a note with a code that you would use to get to a secret ending. But there was also a Steam gift card in there. So someone actually found the box in real life, gave it to a streamer, and they cracked open and got the first one to get the secret ending. So I'm talking about stuff like that, which would be cool.
That was for Game 1?
Welcome to Game 1, yep.
Wow. That's the one of yours I'm least familiar with.
10 years ago.
I had no idea that was a thing. That's sick.
Yeah.
Well, shit. I mean, this concludes most of the things I've been looking at. I mean, I'm sure that there's like a bunch of like clerical things to fix from the demo to the full game. Some of the hackers like mini games felt kind of buggy to me. Like there were some stack pushers where like my clicks weren't connecting. I'm sure that's the sort of thing that is going to get a once over, a twice over, and a thrice over before the game's published. But
yeah, sure.
Yeah, those are the main aesthetic things. Yeah. I still got a little bit of time, despite running out of beer. What else is new?
Well, can I just recap on what the demo actually is? So I posted this in the news announcement, but for those who are watching this video, the demo itself is kind of like a standalone game, right? It's not going to be interpreted as, because I didn't want the player to get spoiled from the main game. So I created this little game to kind of demonstrate some of the new features and use it as kind of like get the hype up a little bit, right? You know, so you ask about, you know, how long. I'm thinking April is probably my target month that I'm going, which will be the 8-year anniversary of Welcome to Game 2. So I'm targeting it for April, which is only a few months away. The main game is a lot of it's done, you know, so I kind of just got to circle back and wrap things up and get the endings and all that stuff in. But the demo itself, I want people to kind of like approach it as like it's a whole little game. It's free to kind of get a vibe of the main game, kind of get that experience, and just have fun. You know,
and, you know, in that sense, it's more of a prologue than a demo.
Right. No, I agree. That's a good assumption. Yeah. So I'm excited to get the demo out there, see what people say, and that's pretty much it when it comes to the demo. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I want to bring up.
Yeah, is there anything you were coming into this wanted to talk about, or?
No, I think we covered most bases. Again, it's just going to be, it's a good marketing tool as well for people to kind of like build up hype, experience it. And how did you enjoy the demo overall?
The parts that are going to be in Welcome to the Game 3, like most of the computer gameplay, I'm very excited by them. I think they have a lot of promise. I think there's kinks to be worked out, which is a lot of the stuff I said to you. And I was expecting a mix of like you saying, no, that's intentional, no, we want that, and I'm glad to hear that some of the feedback you like. Mechanically, the kidnapper was a pain in the ass because I did not realize you were supposed to sit back down on the computer and watch for his van to leave. He must have killed me like five times in a row because I was just standing by the light switch and counting to 90, thinking it was going to be like Lucas or some shit.
Well, that's the whole thing about Welcome to the Game. You get a little hint, and it's all about trial and error, right? That's what I think makes Welcome to the Game kind of unique. Instead of me just holding your hand, telling you exactly what to do, I think mobile players appreciate that too. If I were to say like, oh, just turn the lights off, go back to your computer, look at the camera,
Yeah.
when the van leaves, turn them back on. So we got to leave it somewhat mysterious and really kind of tie it back to the fundamentals of the Welcome to the Game, which is trial and error, figuring it out, and just having fun.
I'll say on the note of the jump scares, both the jump scares at the desk, I got hit by the noir and I got hit by the kidnapper many times at the desk. Didn't really get me. I don't know if it's just because there's a millisecond where you see an animation beginning before the noises come in, and also maybe it's by design, but the jump scare sound effect at the desk and just in general, it sounds almost like the audio's corrupted, like it's supposed to be louder than it is or it's different than it is, but it just kind of sounds, like it's blown out a speaker or something. Those didn't get me.
Well, the audio, I kind of balanced it more quiet this time around.
I see people appreciating that, I'm sure.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely something I could look into. I agree it doesn't have that punch, right? But at the same time, it's not blowing people's speakers out or blowing people's ears out, causing them to throw their headphones off. Also, you're older now, so jump scares might not get to you as much.
Right.
I definitely got to watching some streams. People have definitely, jumped, but older games have been a lot more jumpy, right? Because of the sound. But I'm kind of trying to be more mature with the jump scares. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe I can make them a little more violent. But yeah, I actually had the sound guy put together a lot of those sounds that you hear.
I definitely want to give you your roses where it's due, though, because coming down the stairs and getting thrown to the ground by the kidnapper, that shit rocked me. I was not ready for that one.
Did you get the one from Patrick's up when you're standing up?
No, I did not. I wasn't sure how many I missed.
Yes, there's another one he does where he attacks you from behind.
Is there any tips on how to trigger that?
Leave the lights on. Actually, no, leave them off. And just walk around outside.
You mean in the basement?
In the basement, yeah.
Walk around in the basement with the lights off.
Yeah, sounds don't even go on the computer. It'll eventually come. It'll be the kidnapper or Patrick.
Cool. I definitely feel like environmental jump scares, those are the ones that will get you the worst. If they hit you when you're coming around a corner, not when you're getting from a desk. Walking through a doorway and someone slams the door on you and stomps you into the ground, shit like that. That's
yeah, for sure.
That's what you least
expect.
And
like with that back with the ones with the computer, there is that spin, which could definitely kind of ruin the jump just a little bit. But I don't know. I feel that like I don't give it like a 10 out of a 10, but I give it a solid, I don't know, 6 or 7. No meme intended, right?
We don't talk about that here. Let's be happy in this place.
I agree. It's definitely not as violent as the old ones, but the old ones, the animations weren't as nice as these ones. So I don't know, it's kind of a balance between the two.
I almost wonder if there's ways to innovate with the desk jump scare. Like instead of you turn around and then you get yopped, like you click the turnaround button and instead you just get your head smashed into your desk and concussed.
Yeah, I mean we've played around with that idea, but
I'm sure you've thought about it all, yeah.
Yeah, I mean I wanted the visual representation of who attacked you. If all of a sudden you just boom, like did the kidnapper or Patrick kill you? You don't know. Right? Until the end. Or if you hear the sound effect or the stinger, right? But I wanted the visual representation of who's attacking you. You know.
Scrutinized had a good grip on that with the one kidnapper jump scare. Stand up on your desk and you just see the eyes come over your face or the hands
Yeah,
come over your face.
scrutinize. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That was a good way to do it. I think that was an unusual desk jump scare. That's probably my favorite desk jump scare of the games.
Well, let's talk about so we got the demo wrapped up. Let's talk about your video that you did.
Yeah, that thing.
Talk about Walker Game 2, the most immersive game you've ever played, which is very cool.
Yeah, I mean, because you and I spoke probably in like October, and I put the vid up in late December. I'm sure you'd forgotten about it by the time it actually went out. That, I was a small channel when that happened. I probably had 20,000 subs. I'm still a small channel. I'm just a little over 100,000. And horror is not even the main thing that I do. I play horror and mystery pretty equally. But that's just,
Right.
I think that the best way to say it is that that's a video that I wanted to watch for years and years and years. And I was always thinking, man, that Welcome to the 2 game, that shit was scary. I never played anything else like it. Never saw anything else like it. How come no one's made like a big ass deep dive video on it that breaks it all down? And then, my hobby Let's Play channel slowly became a video essay channel. And I realized maybe I should try making that video.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm glad that you did that because it kind of shines a light in both directions, because you're not the only one that you got the other one that shines me in the kind of a negative light. So I appreciate you putting that together
Yeah.
and
I mean, that
actually
video,
both sides.
you're talking about, what's his name? Spaceman Scott. His video was
Yeah.
actually how I found out about the whole backdoor thing. Man, calling it a backdoor is one of the biggest things I kicked myself over still on that video because I didn't realize that word actually has like a huge cybersecurity connotation.
Right. Right.
So-
Well, it's just I actually sent a tweet out. The whole situation with the backdoor, it wasn't technically a cybersecurity backdoor. I was just
Not at
the
all.
way that the game worked is it would check a website and see if there's any commands for that specific player, right? And it would execute those commands.
I've heard it time and time again. It's I mean, there's more and more implementations of devs using backdoors because again, I know I'm trained to use that word even though that's not what it is. Like what peak is a
I mean,
game?
you could call it a backdoor, but at the end of the day, it's not as serious as what an actual backdoor or a rat is, right? I have no access to the players who played the game outside of the game, right? I couldn't see even who they were or access their files. So like if I were to troll a streamer, I would send them like a little bit of DOS coin and I'd watch the stream and wait.
And
So
see
when
if they got it.
If they got it. And then,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
And that's how I would kind of like track down of the people that would troll on that game.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I always figured that you were forcing hacks on people, and you just wait for someone to get hacked at the time that you push the button. But no, the DOS coin makes more sense.
No, I would do it like with the DOS coin because it was the most discreet way.
Yeah,
Because a lot of people didn't really pay attention to that.
very interesting. Yeah, I'm not really on social media. Except for when I go on like Twitter to look for updates on your games. And
Yeah.
dude, I saw like a couple weeks ago you posted someone sent you an email like threatening to sue you.
Yeah, I mean, there's still like to this day, I'll still get random hate from it. But at this point,
that's crazy.
It's because of the video, the Spaceman Scott video for sure. Kind of this highlights a lot of negative things that are not really true.
I mean, there's no denying that like that this happened. Like it's not a conspiracy theory that you messed with the guy's game. I think that really the only thing that should matter is if whether it was illegal or put people at harm, but that's not what happened. No, you just were fucking with a guy. I've done meaner things to people in COD lobbies.
Yeah, I mean, at the time, yeah. I mean, I admit I was a dickhead, sure, but I'm not known to be like Prince Charming over here, right?
Creatives have their ways. I do see comments, lots of comments that still say things like, nope, that's illegal. You should go to jail. This is bad. And then a lot of other people who say things like, damn, this really changed my opinion on the whole Reflect thing. I'm gonna take a look.
That's what I appreciate, so people can see like both sides of the story. At the end of the day, it's a nothing burger. It's like, yeah, I was an asshole. My bad. Right. I've kept quiet for now, 6 years? I haven't really said anything. I've moved on. I'm still making games. People who hate me for it will always saved for me, and there's nothing I could do about it. You
Just
know,
don't do it again.
and yeah, obviously, ever since then, I haven't done. It just sucks because 99.9% of the interactions were positive. If you look at the XQC videos or anyone that I trolled playing the game, it was all positive interactions. I'd play. At the time, it was Doctor Disrespect song, what was it, Gillette, right, or just other funny memes. And it was a positive experience.
Yeah, back when the doc was in good graces.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Um, and all it takes is this one mistake, right, or one bad guy to ruin it all. So ever since then, I roll back the update. It doesn't exist anymore. I don't even think the website that I had that like talks to it even is up anymore. Um, and yeah, I would never do that again. I just want to focus on making the games and people having fun.
Well, that's good. Sometimes your games get scary to the point where I almost don't have fun with them, but that is
Yeah,
half the battle.
I mean, fun, like
Fun in your definition, yeah.
and sure, right now at the end of the day, I got to be honest with myself. I don't play my games. I play a few different games. I don't really consider my games fun in the way that other people would, like an actual fun game, right? But immersive, I would say, and stressful, and an experience, I should say, is what I'm looking for, right?
Do you beat all your games before you launch them? Like, do you sit down and
Yeah,
press
yeah.
Okay, I was curious
Yeah, like
about
even
that.
today, if you look at my stream, I beat the demo in like 20 minutes.
I bet.
Just to kind of like before I push it, I do a quick run through and make sure there's no major bugs that come up.
Cool. Well, yeah, unless you had anything else to think of,
No, I think that's pretty much it. We talked about the video, we talked about the demo, and I appreciate you putting that video together. I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me today and kind of going over the demo and kind of retouch
the pleasure is
some
mine.
things from the past. And yeah, I appreciate you doing your thing, man.
For sure. I'm a real busy guy right now. I was lucky enough that I had time to play this demo, and I appreciate you giving me the early access to it. Early access
no
to the
problem,
early
yeah.
access.
Right.
And I hope I can make time when the full game drops too. So
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, when it gets close, I'm sure I'll let you know.
sure.
And I'll send you a key for sure.
Absolutely, but I wouldn't mind just paying full price when it comes to launch day. I just want to say real quick to anyone who made it this far in the video, please do drop your own feedback on the demo, especially if you played it yourself. But even if you're just a spectator, then I'm sure Adam would be interested to see if you've got anything to say that I missed or that hasn't come up in the discussion. Maybe you've got something
Yeah,
good.
that'd be great. And maybe we could do a follow-up video down the road or something.
Yeah, after
Also,
launch.
guys, if you want, wish list the game. It helps out a lot.
Yeah.
On Steam.
I'll link it. Yeah, wishlist for the main game page, and I'll link the demo too if you want to tinker with it and check out some of the sites I didn't get to, because there's a couple that I didn't figure out when they loaded.
Yes.
But yeah, Adam, glad we could do this. Good to see you're going strong.
Absolutely.
Good to see Reflect is hauling ass. And
I'm trying.
whatever this full game is going to be, man, I'm absolutely dreading it, but I also can't wait to play it.
Yeah, I'm thinking April.
Cool.
But hey, don't hold me on that, all right? It's just, that's what I would like, but we'll see.
All right. But you take care, man. Over and out.
All right, you too, man. Take it easy. Peace.
Later.